Welcome to the session number 6 for basic introduction to StatPro. Right. So in this session we are going to see the difference between local axis and global axis. Right. How to identify a local axis and global axis in StatPro, and we'll see how to activate that local axis in a current model. Right. And after that we are going to see what is the significance of this local axis. Right. Why it is required. So let us start. First, right, so if I want to activate the local axis, there are two ways. Either I can right click here and click on labels, and in this labels there is one option called beam orientation. So if I click on beam orientation and press OK, so you can see three axes have activated, right? So now let us see member wise. So let me select this member. So let us see for these two members. So go to view, selected objects only. So if you can zoom in here, you can see three different axes. Vertical axis is red axis, horizontal axis is blue axis, and the axis coming out of member is your Z axis, green axis. Now these are the local axis of a particular member. If I talk about global axis in StatPro, you can see your global axis at the bottom of the left hand side corner. Vertical axis is Y, horizontal axis is Z, and another axis is Z in this direction, right? Now one more thing I would like to make clear is that there may be possible that for a particular member local axis and global axis are same, but it is not necessary that the case will be always same, right? Now one more thing that I would like you to take note of it is that you can observe here the vertical axis is red axis, right? So red axis is a minor axis bending moment. Okay, let us talk about this member, right, for this column. So if I talk about this column, the vertical axis is blue axis, and similarly if I talk about this beam, the axis horizontal is blue axis. So what I can conclude from that is that axis which is running throughout the length of a member, right, axis which is running throughout the length of a member, it will be always blue axis, right? So one more thing I can conclude from this is you can see here green axis is coming out, and here also green axis is coming out of the member, right? So that green axis, suppose if I talk about this column, for how to identify major axis, minor axis, so this axis, blue axis, is my torsional axis. So whatever moment acts about this axis, blue axis, is my torsional axis. Then let us say this green axis, right? This green axis is the axis for major bending moment, and this red axis is along the y direction, and that is for the minor axis. So ultimately x is represented by blue, z is represented by green, and y is represented by red. Please note down this. Once again I am repeating. Blue axis means x axis, green axis means z axis, and red axis means y axis. So from this you can identify whether your axis will be major axis or minor axis from the color itself. Okay, now the local and global axis may be same or different, as I already discussed, right? It is not necessary that both the axes should match. The question comes that what is the need for these two different axes in any of the software, right? If you see E-types also, you'll find these two different axes, global axis and local axis. So when I talk about StatPro, if I go to general here and loads and definition, right? So when you apply the loads, right, here the loadings can be applied along the local axis or global axis. So software will ask us that along which direction we want to apply the loads, whether we want to apply the loads along the local axis or whether those loads are with respect to global axis. So this is why to have a knowledge about a local axis and global axis becomes very critical, right? Because if you do not know the difference between these two axes, there are chances that you make a mistake in the load application and your results will be wrong, right? So this is for the new engineers who are working fresh on this software. This is very important point. The significance of the local axis, that this axis will be required when we do the load definition part, right? We'll see that in future sessions. So that's it for today's session, right? We have seen what is the difference between local axis and global axis and what is the significance of that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and share this video. And one more thing I would like here is that if I go to whole structure, so the similar local and global axis can be observed for each and every member also, right? Similarly, if I want to see this for this bracing element, go to selected objects only. So you can see here there is a difference in the directions, but the blue axis will be always along the length, right? So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe my channel if you are not subscribed, and please like the video and write in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching.